welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League. Coming up, two teams ready to square off. It's the Houston Texans and the New York Jets. Welcome to the booth. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson with you. We are set for a good one. And we are underway here on EA Sports. And that's well done by the kicking team. He's only able to make it past the 15-yard line. Here's a first carry for their running back, and he'll get about 6 out of that one before being forced out of bounds. From the 23, this is 2nd and 3. He's going to have that first down at the maze up at the 30.
And the offensive line does a really nice job winning this play at the point of attack. And once he got the ball, all he had to really do was just find a crease and hit it. And he's able to pick up the first down.
Ready up. So, 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Let's go now.
They'll stay on the ground. And he'll just hope to stay on his feet here, kicking his way forward for a gain of about 4.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and
5. Ball on the 35. Here comes a 2nd and 5. Stick with him again. And he'll move this ahead for about 4 yards. That's Chase Young off the edge with the tackle.
And while that run wasn't anything really to write home about, what it allows them to do, Mike, is keep everything in the playbook at their disposal. 3rd and short, now it's up to these coaches to dial up their best short yardage play and extend this drive.
And a yard. And he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively. Bring him down for no gain.
A gain of only a yard.
So on 4th down, out comes Austin McNamara to punt for New York. Jalen Knoll deep for Houston. Take it in, back at his own 12. And he'll get a few yards on this return up past the 15-yard line.
At their own 18-yard line.
Here we go.
In motion now, it's Collins. They'll start on the ground with Hampton. And this will be a Texans first down as the tackle is made just shy of the 30.
Well, we knew coming into this one, Mike, that we were going to see a lot of this guy, and we knew we'd see a lot of him early. If that first play is any indication of the rest of this game, this defense is going to have their hands full containing him.
They'll try to get the running game going. His first carry, and he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line. Two nice play calls here to kick off the drive. 15 more on that one.
Really nice explosive play there on the ground. And tell you what, for these fans sitting in the stadium, they're not used to seeing their home team pushed around. So continue to be physical at the line of scrimmage. Mix in the runs with the pass. And if they can continue to generate these big explosive runs, I don't think they need to go away from it.
They'll go play action with Stroud. Out to his right, just trying to avoid the rush there. He's hit as he threw, and the pass is incomplete.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. In motion comes Andrews. On 2nd down, Stroud. And the ball out of the reach of the receiver. Falls incomplete.
They're trying to take the top off the defense, make them feel that vertical threat, and soften everything up. Wasn't a ton of separation downfield, at least not what they would have preferred, and ends it up being a wasted down.
From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. It's a big play there on 3rd down, but there is a marker down, and that is not a good sign for the offense. First and 10.
Ready.
From the gun, here's Stroud. He'll get this out wide. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 43-yard line.
From the 43, here's 2nd and 7. Here's Hampton. And he is tough to bring down. Finally, the defense gets him on the ground. It'll be no gain on that one.
It's a loss of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
From the gun here on 3rd down, it's Stroud. And that is incomplete.
You know, there's a rule that's pretty simple when you're running routes against zone coverage, Mike, and it's as simple as if you're open, stay open. Instead, you see the receiver here, he ends up running to a covered window, and it just clouds the vision of the quarterback. Instead of throwing into a wide open target, he's now forced to throw into a contested area.
And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and will come out to the 20-yard line.
And they're on the 20-yard line.
Somebody got us going. Somebody got us going. Watch boy. Surprise outside off from the music. Hey, turn this TV off. They want my type activities, but don't you get involved. Hey, what? I mean, shit I seen them all.
Drive will start on the ground, and he will slosh his way forward on the wet surface for a gain of a yard.
Yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings up second and 9.
From the 21, here's second down and 9. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. He's going to look for the home run ball. That one knocked away. It is incomplete. Very good job defensively, stayed right with him, and will bring up third down.
9 yards to go.
So, Mike, you find yourself in some of these inclement weather games, whether it's rain or snow. Really, the challenge falls on the defensive side. They're usually more in a reactionary position where they got to change directions and they got to react to the plays and the movement of the offense. So what you want to do in these bad games is keep the ball underneath, tackle well in space, and say, okay, offense, snap that slippery ball one more time, throw it one more time. Just make them go the long way. Don't get them off the hook by giving them a one-play score. Even though they gave up that last completion, Mike, that's a really good drive there for this defense. I mean, from the beginning, on those early downs, keeping them from staying ahead of the chains, put them in a tough third down situation, and now it brings up fourth down, and looks like they're going to get off the field.
And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. First and 10 now from the 36.
All right. 19.
Back to throw. Stroud. That is incomplete. No way to force the football in there. Good coverage. It'll bring up second down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
Second and 10.
Here we go.
Stroud to throw. He'll swing this out to Hampton. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield. Gain of 13 for number 13. And a first down.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get them the ball, pick up the first down.
On the ground, Hampton. That's the way you want to run it on first down. A gain of 7.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up second and 3.
From the 44-yard line, here's second and 3.
Here we go. 18. What's that? Two jack.
Throwing is Stroud. I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a third down.
Sometimes it's those footsteps. I don't care how long you've been playing or at what level you've been playing at. When that defender's bearing down, you really get a good idea of what guys are willing to go through contact to secure a catch, and in this case, what guys are unwilling.
This will not do the trick. It's stuck to behind the line. Fourth down coming up. Here's Tommy Townsend now. The punt for the second time, looking to pin the opponent back deep. That one hits at the 3, but goes in the wrong direction for the punter. It turns out to be a touchdown. The Jets have it here to start quarter number 2. They'll start with a 1st and 10 at their own 20. They'll begin here on the ground. And he will slosh his way forward on the wet surface for a gain of a yard.
A gain of 2.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment, and keeps this to a modest gain at best.
From the 22 now, here's 2nd and 8.
Panther 60, Panther 60.
They'll look to throw. And he'll try to use that size and push forward, but it will not work. They're going to get him down behind the line.
This is a guy that we're used to seeing make a lot of his plays in the back end, Mike, kind of patrolling that center field safety position, but this time he recognized that play up at the line of scrimmage, and he blows it up for a loss.
It is 3rd and long.
Here we go, set. 19. Go.
Now they'll set up to throw. Now he'll air one out. He's got it! And he's out of bounds all the way into enemy territory. Past midfield. A big play for the Jets. It's a gain of 43 yards. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10.
Let's go.
Up the middle they go. He'll try to keep his footing, manages to work it ahead for a couple of yards.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
From the 38 now, here comes 2nd and 8. He'll drop to throw. Got a man open downfield on the crossing route. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, New York. That is 2nd TD catch of the season. The extra point try forthcoming. And look at this. The extra point is blocked. So the lead stands at 6-0 as this one is kicked off. And no return here. This is a touchback. From the 35, it's 1st and 10.
Tony.
This drive will begin with a run with Hampton. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. They'll get 11 there. And that's a quick 1st down.
Nice job by them getting the back to the perimeter. Then he's able to get outside, stick his foot in the ground, and then get vertical, right down the numbers. Those are the type of runs this offense wants to see more of going forward.
They bring a tight end in motion left. handoff here, up the middle. And he will slosh his way forward on the wet surface for a gain of a yard.
Tackle made at his 48-yard line. A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd and 8.
All right. 18. Attack.
Try the right side now with Hampton. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. A gain there of 10 yards. First down for Houston.
First down, Houston.
Here we go. 18.
They send the tight end in motion. On first down, right back to Hampton. And he'll try to keep his footing, manages to work it ahead for a couple of yards. Now after the play, it looks like we have an injured Jet on the field. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd down and 7.
Quick, right? 18. Attack.
They'll go again with Hampton. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
A loss of 1.
3rd down and 9.
Two jet. Hey, uno more. Bucky. White Tony. Hey, south.
Throwing from the pistol. Stroud. He'll find Hampton out of the backfield. And he will not quite get to the marker. Good job there defensively. And now, decision time. What are you going to do on 4th down?
The initial reaction is, how does this quarterback not throw the ball past the first down line to gain to try to extend this drive? And the reality is, because they've already decided they're going to go for it on 4th down.
A field goal, no gimme from this distance. They'll go on 4th down.
All right. Hey, 18. Attack. Go.
The Texans going to go ahead and use their first timeout here as they'll discuss what's to come as 4th down is looming. In motion comes Andrews. They'll go. It's Hampton. First down and more inside the 20. And he's in. Touchdown, Texans. His first touchdown of the new campaign.
You know, Mike, I think we're going to see a lot of this, and you know why? It's the new kickoff rule. So think about it. In the old days, you'd kick a field goal, you'd kick a touchback, and your opponent would have the ball on the 20. You didn't give up as much field position, but you only got 3 points. Nowadays, you go for 3 points and you kick a touchback, they get the ball on the 35. It's almost 30 yards of field position. You're just better off going for touchdowns when you get in here tight.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This taken at the 5. And he'll be out of bounds just past the 25. Going back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd and 3.
Here we go, sack.
A handoff as they try to run it here.
I think this 2nd down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a 3rd down and short. But there's no need for 3rd down. He was able to get enough on 2nd, and they get a fresh set of downs.
Got it. Ready?
They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40.
Cougar 19. Take over.
Here's a toss, right side. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line. A pickup of 12 yards. And the Jets have a 1st down.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense.
Let's go now.
They'll turn and hand this one off. Oh, and the rookie puts it on the deck. It's a fumble. And the Texans are going to come up with it.
And with all this talk about ball security, I can tell you firsthand, Mike, the more you think about it, the more you stress it in practice, it almost gets worse.
And remember now, all turnovers must be reviewed by replay. So this one is going to need a little closer look. Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd down and 7. 2 minutes to play in a tight one-point game in this first half. We'll come back to MetLife Stadium after this. Second and 7. Now this time they'll look to throw. And we try to swing it outside, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Kalen Bullock. And he is going to score. A pick 6 for the touchdown.
And Mike, and as bad as things seem, especially after that last play, the key to playing quarterback in this league, if you're going to allow bad plays to lead to more bad plays, you're not going to last very long. So it's the value of, hey, can you win the next play and then the play after that? Those are the guys that really make it in this league, and we're going to get a good test of it right here.
The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. This one deep in the landing zone. He'll return it from the 2. And that's well done by the kicking team. He's only able to make it past the 15-yard line. To the ground, a 1st down run. Nice job finding the seam. Gain of about 9. Just a yard short of that 1st down.
It's a
And as of right now, they find themselves trailing at the moment, but it's certainly not because of the ground game. I mean, he's averaging over 4 yards per carry. Just hasn't been enough to overcome some of their shortcomings elsewhere. This offense, they're not interested in taking the deep shot here. Second and short, the way they're running the ball, pound the rock, reset the downs, and just keep the drive alive.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. What more could you ask for on first down? Nice run of 8. Setting up second and short.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up second and 2.
That'll give on the ground. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield. 14 on the pickup. Good for a Jets first down.
First and 10.
Here's a timeout, Houston. That's their second. And they'll stop it just over a minute remaining in this first half. To him on first down. Oh, a loose football. And it looked like one of the Jets was able to get in there and secure it, and they did, so they keep the ball. Now the Jets going to use the first of their timeouts. They get the stoppage with just over 50 seconds to play in this first half. They face second down and 7. To throw. He's going to air this one out. That's going to be incomplete. Good work by the defender. Prodding his man up. Wouldn't allow the catch. It'll force third down.
So as halftime looms, Mike, they have to find a way to capitalize on this drive right here and make sure they end the half with some sort of points. Now, that incompletion, not ideal, but at the very least, it stops the clock. Catch your breath, get back in the huddle, and this next play, it's got to be a gotta-have-it best play call.
3rd and 7.
10, 18 Cardinal, 18, Pioneer.
They'll throw out of the gun. Rolling right. He'll get rid of it and complete it. Texans going to use the last of their timeouts here. They stop it here with just under 40 seconds until halftime.
And it seems like he just cut that route a little too short. He's got to get more depth on the initial stem, and that way he makes sure when he catches the ball, it's beyond the sticks.
The Texans take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. They do try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he's going to get this to the 37-yard line.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
They'll stay on the ground. And he's going to be out of bounds right around midfield. Good run after a good run. This one for 14 yards and another first down.
Doesn't matter the level of football, Mike. If they can't stop it, keep running it until they can. And I think that's what we're seeing here on this drive. Back-to-back explosive gains on the ground. I would imagine at some point the defense gives it a different look.
Set to go now on 1st and 10.
Oh, hey. White Tony. 18. What's that?
And the back judge throws the flag. He looks at the ball, looks at the clock. Clock says 0. That's a delay of game.
Here we go. Ready? Wide, get wide. Red. 19 Texans.
Stroud. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a first down. So we reach the intermission in what has been an entertaining one to this point. Back with the second half in just a moment. First half played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the second half is underway. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
You have a tight end motioning left here. The third quarter begins with a run. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up second down.
He's tackled at the 34-yard line. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Here we go. 18. What's that?
In motion now, it's Collins. On second down, a run with Hampton. And he'll be out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. They get 21 on that one. It's good for a Texans first down.
There's a combination of footwork and vision, his ability to kind of weave through traffic and understand where the holes were. It's a really nice job working through some bodies and picking up a big gain.
They'll run. He'll try the left side now. And he's going to struggle to get back to the line. Maybe a yard. Big Ed Oliver there on the tackle.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the Jets' 24-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9.
Here we go.
In motion now, it's Collins. On the ground, Hampton. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that. They need 8 as they come up for third down.
Whoa.
Here's Stroud, exiting the pocket right. This one just too far for the receiver, out in front of him. That one falls incomplete. The Texans getting all set to punt, as they'll say no to the long field goal and hope to pin them deep.
take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
They'll begin here on the ground. And a nice run there. He'll get 9 yards. Marks at the 29.
Brings up second and 1 at the 29-yard line.
Now it's second and 1.
Let's go now.
They'll stick with him again. And that'll give him the first down. Tackle made after the pickup of 3.
Well, here's where you really see the value of having a good run. Third and short, fourth and short. The ability to just keep it simple, win up front, turn around, hand the ball to your back, and to say, okay, more likely than not, we're going to get a fresh set of downs, maintain possession, and now continue to find opportunities to go generate points.
Here's the toss as they look to run. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. A pickup of 14 on that one. And the Jets have a first down.
And we're starting to see the fruits of their labor paying off here. I mean, they've used this run game to throw a bunch of body blows throughout the entire contest. And while some of the carries didn't result in much at the time, it's clear they're starting to take its toll on this defense.
Let's go.
Now a give up the middle, and he will slosh his way forward on the wet surface for a gain of a yard. Now a stoppage for an injured Texan. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. It is second and 9. He'll look to throw. This one caught by the back out of the backfield. Wow, out of bounds, inside the 10. It's first and goal. A big play and a much-needed one as well. It's a gain of 43 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. It's first and goal now from just inside the 10-yard line. Intercepted. Picked off by Kamari Lassiter.
And in these tight games, especially in the second half, Mike, these are the big moments that somebody needs to step up and make a play, and that's exactly what he's able to do here. Great read, great reaction, steps in front of that ball and ends up going the other way.
On the quick, right? Swap. Another swap.
Crowd to throw here on first and 10. To the left side, into the hands of Collins. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
It's a gain of 7.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball, modest gain.
In motion comes Andrews. They'll go with Hampton. Has an opening. Past the 40. Angling to the sideline. Inside the 35. A big run. They finally get to him and bring him down. It is a big-time play for Houston. That covered 73 yards.
That's as dynamic a run as you're going to see. He gets really good initial blocking at the point of attack. That springs him loose. But then it's just his speed and open field running that does the rest.
So the big play gets him down close. And now it's 1st and goal.
Here we go. 18. What's that?
They'll try to run this one in. Good blocking, and he's in. Touchdown, Houston.
Make no mistake about it, he may get the glory, but that does not happen without unbelievable blocking up front. So let's give the big guys all the credit in the world. He's able to displace the defense right there at the point of attack, and that's about as easy a goal line touchdown as you're going to see all year.
The extra point is good, and the Texans extend it to a 21-6 advantage. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Set up to throw. He's going to let this one go deep. A whole lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete.
So you take a look at the clock. At this point in the third quarter, you find yourself down. It doesn't feel like it's necessarily desperation time. You're going to have a couple more possessions left, but that throw there felt kind of like a desperation throw. So don't force it. Just continue to sustain possession and just make sure at the end of this drive, you come away with points.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's a give up the middle. And he runs past the 40, taken down after a gain of 7.
That's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 2.
A gain of 11 on that one. Good for a Jets first down.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. 1st and 10 now from the 36.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he will slosh his way forward on the wet surface for a gain of a yard.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and
8. Look him up on a 2nd down and 8.
Hurt! Cowboy 80! 60 Eagle! 60 Eagle!
Play clock down to 0. That's going to be a delay.
Damn, I miss you, Chester. Sending love from a bass compressor. Ground control with a soul like Bowie, and I'll chop you up if I'm under pressure. I don't really wanna brag, I'm just telling that I'm leaving with a bag. High five to the scarred and the